So hello everybody, welcome back. I hope that you have a notebook with you and a pencil or a pen, and I hope that you take this information seriously because you will need to do your own research, by the way, because the implications of this is just too big, and I can't even begin to understand the consequences of this. And so it will depend upon the extension of this in your area. And you might need a bigger plan than, than the one that you already have. And also, this will affect women and kids. And so men are probably going to be very, very, very lonely. And not only that, but they are going to probably be in despair at one point or another one, if you're a man. And so here is what is happening. And I need you to please, just please, open your mind. I have mentioned before that there is something called optogenics. And there is a lot of things that can happen in our brain when there is energy that affects it one way or another one. I have also mentioned that one of the things that you can do to affect your brain directly will be light, and the other one will be sound. And I have mentioned that these forms of energies are in different kinds of frequencies. I have mentioned all of these throughout the channel. Now, the thing about this is that the frequencies that we are meant to channel in our bodies are meant to be biofrequencies. That means that what you as a human can hear is not what an ant, for example, might hear, or what a dog might hear, or what a dolphin might hear, because sound will not be the same in water versus air, or versus even solids like earth or stuff like that. And so it's very important that you understand the very, very, very basics about your brain and how does it work. But not only that, but this one is the one that is going to scare the hell out of you. And if it doesn't, I do not know what will. And it is a fact that because we have metals, we humans, and dogs and cats, by the way, also because cats and dogs are being vaccinated, and we are being it is a legal thing. You have to vaccinate your pets. Metals channel frequencies of sound. They also channel frequencies of light. They will do it differently than your body, because your body is a bio machine. But metal is just an element. It's not the same. And so, if you are channeling sound or light or both through metals inside your brain, that is an entirely different process, because you are not channeling something from the outside, meaning your brain is not interpreting something that it is actually in the environment. Your brain is going to interpret something that is directly into your brain, because you cannot get around it. It's sort of like you trying to stop your heart just because you can't see it. You cannot see your heart, but you can feel it because it's already inside your body. If you have metals that are inside your brain, they can channel energy. And they will take over your brain, the same way that your heart will take over your body. No matter what you do, your heart will take over your body, and metals in your brain will take over your brain, over the environment, and even over free will. The reason being that you are a biomachine. You are right now, if you are in a body, you are energy, but you are contained into a biomachine. And this biomachine will function according to the laws of biomachines. It will not function according to the law of, I don't know, your whatever. It's just not going to happen. It will happen according to what your brain and what your heart is interpreting. And if your brain has metals, then your heart will certainly have also metals, because the brain cells are not just in the brain, they are also in your heart. And that means that you have three major issues here. Number one, you have metal inside your brain. That means that somebody can access your brain no matter what. You have metals into your heart. That means that somebody can access your heart no matter what, and that can, that is going to just kill you. And if you're dead, then don't bother. There will be consequences for the ones you leave behind, but there won't be consequences for you because you're already dead. And then the third issue is other people having this problem. Because if you do not have this problem, other people do have this problem. And you are not alone, because we are a bioecosystem. And that means there is no way that you are alone. No way in the entire universe. In the 8 billion possibilities that you can possibly experience every single second, not one of them means that you can be alone. Not one. And so, you are going to be affected by other people's things. And this is creating a big problem, because brains in kids are different than the brains in adults. The brain in adults are different from the brain in elderly. And so you have 3 groups. And therefore, if you wanted to do something with this energy inside these 3 groups, you will have to access 3 different things. That means that however light affects you as an adult, it will not be the same as a kid. And so whatever you are seeing, the kid might not be able to see it. And whatever the kid is seeing, you cannot see it. And whatever you are seeing, the elderly around you are probably not going to be able to see it, because we are in 3 different groups. This is also why people say that kids can see, ghosts and can see things that we can't, and all of these things. Okay? That's why, people say that about kids, and then they say, oh, but after that, we can't see it anymore because we grow up. Yeah, and elderly people, sometimes they can access the same information as kids. Sometimes, but not all the time. And because, if they could, they would probably tell you what is going on in the kid's head. And so I have seen hundreds of videos about people, as in adults, not kids. Not one of the videos that I have seen are about kids. They are all about adults. And some of them are a little bit of the elderly, but most of them is like 9 out of 10 are adults. The elderly are just, I don't know why, but it's just mentioning. The adults are seeing something. It's like you are, let's say that you're writing, and all of a suddenly you see something to your right. Most of the times it will be to your right. I do not know why either. But it is on your right, and then you will stare at it, and you will even hit it. It's like you are seeing a monster or an attacker or something. You can see the expressions of these adults that they are beyond terrified. And they will not it's like they're fighting air. There is nothing there. But there is something in their brain telling them that, or showing them, or both. And their brain is acting like there is no environment. And the adults are falling crazy, and they are falling, and as in, they are being, if they are on the street, they are walking in the street and they are being, hit by a car or a bus or a truck or whatever. They are even falling into trains, tracks. They are just fighting in the middle of the car, and then it's like the car that they are driving is going into an accident. They are, it's the things that I have seen is just insane, all of the consequences of these in the adults, because adults are not kids. That means that adults drive. Not only are they driving, but they are responsible for all of the groups that are surrounding them. So, for example, if you have a teacher that is an adult, that is handling a kindergarten group, and so you will have a bunch of kids who are 5 or 6, who don't understand what this adult is doing. And kids do not know how to handle emergencies with adults. For all I know, adults don't handle emergencies with adults, let alone kids. And this, it got me thinking, okay, this is bad. The situation with the adult is really, really, really bad. But then, what about the kids? And I did more research. And I don't know what to tell you. The thing with the kids is that now they are hearing things, and they can't stop, hearing these thoughts. And these things that they are hearing are mostly saying things like, kill your teacher, kill your parents, kill, kill, kill. Or most of the times they are about jump and kill yourself. And this situation is being recorded and is being studied by some psychiatrists and all of these things in kids mostly. But the information about this, because they're kids, kids are a different matter because they are protected by law, and you cannot expose kids, just to anything. And so, the whole situation with the kids is just insane. And so, if you are going to do research, you have to understand that the kids are taking butcher knives and all kinds of things to kill the adults, but they are doing it in groups. As in, they get one leader, and then this leader is telling all the other kids to do it. And you might have butchering all over from the kids who are being targeted. And in fact, there are at least, and I have seen, I have heard and seen at least 5 to 8 videos and 5 to 8 audios in which the kids are crying, begging the voice to stop because they do not want to hurt their parents, or they do not want to do it. But they do not want to do it, and yet this voice won't stop. And it is not you being schizophrenic or anything like that. These people have no schizophrenic, no nothing. Their brain is kind of okay and all of these things, and their hormones are okay. So it's not that. So you gotta figure out this one, because if it is something that is going on in the kid's brain, then just like the adults, then we are screwed all over.